Here we are doing a warm-up set, just the bar. It's about 45 pounds, doing shoulders and forearms today. Danny and Dave. You going for 10?
Yep.
Okay. That was it. You feel alright?
Yep.
Should I go? You're just gonna keep rotating?
Sure.
Like we normally do? Taking turns. Add some bars or pulls, whatever the hell they're called. Add some plates. I'm gonna be if I want to try to help you out here. Blocking the view a little bit. We can just take and edit some of this.
Want me to add the little ones, or
What?
want me to add the little ones, or
Yeah, would you? Are they both over there?
just behind you?
All right, so Mike cut off the angle here. I'm gonna help spot her a little bit when she needs it. When you're doing free weights, you should probably typically have a spotter just because it's a little bit more difficult. You gotta balance more. If you can't actually lift it up, then you could be in some distress. Now she can always let it slide and smash on her legs, but she doesn't want to do that, and I don't want her to have to do that too. So if you're using a machine in a gym, it's gonna be a little bit different. There's gonna be more control, but using your balance, you're gonna be using some of your core as well as we do this. So by about the third set, you should be ready to get to failure, okay? It's all you. Oh, push, push, push. It's mostly you. We got another one. That was mostly you. I was hardly doing anything. No, still you. Good job. Probably could have done one more. Okay, take those two off. Put this on and then actually put the small one on too. that shoulder. So we're actually under 7 minutes. We both did it. We had time to switch, plates, take time in between. Again, 7-minute workout, just doing one part of the body at a time. We're gonna do some forearm work and then some resistance band work too. So check out those other videos. Talk to you later. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do some wrist curls. And this is something you can actually make at your own house and do on your own. I just have taken a old piece of bamboo. You could use maybe a section of an old broom. And basically I have a rope tied to it. And I have a weight there. You might want to start out with a 1 or 2 pound weight. I actually have a 5 pound weight on that one. And if you notice, she rolls up one way, and then she keeps rolling in that, rolling down in a different direction, and then you keep that same pattern going up. So you're getting a lot of work in that forearm, but at the same time, because she's actually holding the weight up horizontally, she's actually getting a shoulder workout as well. So it's kind of twofold, shoulders and forearms. If you're just starting out, you might be able to do it and balance it over, rest your arm on a bar or something like you could, something like this that I have right here on the right side of the video. You could kind of just rest your hand on top of that and support some of the shoulders, and you're getting a lot more of the workout in just your forearms. So she's starting to feel.
This really burns.
Starting to feel the burn, especially if you've already done some shoulders to failure. You're actually going to feel that burn a little bit quicker, so it's always fun. And then when you try to type or right after this, oh, it's amazing. My turn?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to roll this way, one way, and then I'm going to roll back the other way. And so you want to kind of go both. You want to try to keep your arms as straight as you can. And again, it seems like the first few you go up and down, you're like, oh, this ain't so bad. This isn't too hard. And then all of a sudden, like your third or fourth one, you're like, holy crap, I can feel it start to burn. Like right now, I can feel it in my left elbow a little bit, because again, those muscles are going all the way from the wrist to the elbow where they're connecting in the tendons and things like that. So you're gonna feel it all the way through. So that was just up and down, and I can already start to feel it again. I can feel it in my shoulders too, because I'm still forcing that up. And so something like this, again, is not about, aiming for as many reps as you can get. You just keep doing it until you can't do it anymore. You get that muscle failure, and you burn out. And one arm will probably feel it a little bit better, or I guess might burn worse than the other, because you're going to have a dominant hand and a dominant strength, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, unless, of course, you're ambidextrous, like Danny claims to be. But I'm being punished right now because I can feel the burn all the way up my arm. So again, it's not always about doing 3 sets or 4 sets with so many reps, especially after you've warmed up. We did 3 sets of the shoulders. We're already warm, the blood's flowing in those muscles. Now we're just feeling the burn, getting to that failure. So all right, so here's the alternate that I was just talking about a few minutes ago. If you want to get a totally different burn, sometimes you might actually feel it worse because it's going 100% on this forearm region right here as you're doing that wrist. And so she is supporting her elbows, and she's taking some of the weight off of her shoulders, especially as you've seen in maybe the previous videos. We just did a shoulder workout. She's already gone through and done 2 or 3 times up and down. And so where are you feeling the burn?
My forearm.
In the forearm there. There we go, good forearm workout, right? So you get to work the muscles here, basically on both sides. You're feeling a lot of it right here, but you're also feeling it on this side as well. So
something that you don't want to do is drop the weight. You want to have it controlled and go down slowly, even though you're going to want to let it go out fast on your way down, because sometimes it's burning.
Yeah, we don't want to cheat.
When you go down, make sure it's controlled and not like that.
I'll try. burn.
It
Holy
burns.
moly. Yeah, especially after doing, it's just like working out sometimes, that last set when you increase the reps, or increase your weight, excuse me, you might only be able to do 4 or 5 or 6. With this, we're not increasing the weight, but just the burn is just killing because we've been doing, quite a few activities, but we've been doing it quickly, and so we're burning it out. And like my left hand right now is my left arm is just shot. I can feel it going all the way down. So
can get the blood
up and down,
pumping through your veins. I don't know if you can see my veins. What am I gonna say?
I don't know. Say whatever you want. You're live.
I'm just pointing out you can see the blood pumping through my veins right now after doing that wrist workout to get the veins pumping in your arms.
See those forearms and those biceps. There you go. See some of mine too, maybe. Apparently I need to lose a little more fat on my arms there.
Are you taping me?
So show me those moves again. The now lifestyle dance.
Peace out.
All right, Danny and Dave here. We're gonna do some shoulder workouts again. Now we're doing them with some resistant bands. So maybe you don't have a gym at home and maybe you just want to spend $15 and go on to Amazon or eBay. You can actually get some resistance bands. So the ones I have actually have this thing that fits in the door, and I'm gonna take this off quick just to pop it and show you what it looks like. Get it out. I shoved it in there really good, so it really actually holds in the door. So again, you get this little strap, and this is kind of holding it back. And I guess you can actually put it on both sides of the door. I just found it easier to do that. I'll probably test the other way as well. But right here again, this package I got for like $15, and it came with 5 different bands. And it also comes with the straps, and you can just modify and adjust. So if we feel it's too heavy for us, or there's more resistance than we're actually looking for, we'll just unclip one of the bands, and then that reduces the resistance. And also, depending on where you stand and how tight you pull it, that's going to have some resistance as well. So we're going to just show you a couple activities for the resistance bands. So we showed it like this. We're going to try this one today. So let's see, how do we want to do this? Actually, have a little longer. Hold that. And so, I have you go and do the one like sideways one that we did the other day. Oh my God, it broke. That's not good. All right, so we're going to switch this a little bit here. Pull it till it's tight, till you feel a little resistance, maybe another step over. And she's basically going to have her arms straight out, and we're working that shoulder and the back of the shoulder. And she's basically just going to extend her arm out across her body, and she's going to start feeling that. If she feels that it's a little too light or a little too loose, she can stand farther away, and that's going to increase the resistance. Or you can actually add another band. The farther you stand away, of course, the more resistance you're going to have. And then what she'll do once she gets to a set where she's feeling that burn, she can just turn around and do the other arm facing the other direction. Feeling it a little bit?
Yep.
And in the beginning, if you're just starting out, start out with just 1 or 2 bands, see how it feels. And then as time goes on, you can add another band. Like I said, you can extend out, and then if it gets to where you outgrow the bands, then you might have to go, turn around and face the wall. You're going to actually then maybe have to go to the gym and get something else. So, the gym might have another machine that's hooked up to the weights, and you can do that same idea. I'm feeling one arm stronger than the other?
No, I'm equally strong.
You're equally strong. She's ambidextrous. But sometimes people have a lot of, I have injuries from, you know, years of playing sports and stuff, and just, you know, you get banged up over time. Some people have one arm that's more dominant and stronger than others. If you have like a shoulder repair, you know, maybe one is definitely a lot stronger. You're just coming off that surgery, then limit yourself to maybe some of the smallest bands, and then, you know, you just build up. You know, you can go stronger with one of the other arms, but then you can kind of reduce to stay healthy. So I'm gonna give it a shot as well. So we want to start out basically straight, and we're just gonna kind of go, try to keep your arms straight. I'm going horizontally out, and I'm feeling it all right through here in that back part of the shoulder and upper arm. Now I see why you return a little bit.
Yeah.
The angle, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Want to do another one of those? You want to increase the band? Huh?
Yeah. So we're going to increase the tension by adding another band.
I found that other piece. I gotta add that on later. You might notice you're gonna possibly burn out a lot quicker. Again, we've already done shoulder press. We've also already done wrist curls. And so we've already gotten a pretty good workout so far. And so by adding this, you might only be able to get to like 3 or 4 before you feel that burnout. So, okay, have at it.
And you never want to compromise form. So make sure that your form is correct. So that's about all I can do.
So she got about 6, yeah. So that's still pretty good because the goal is to get that burnout, and then you give it 10 days to repair and recover and regrow.
So I guess I'm a little stronger in my left hand. Since I'm left dominant.
We'll see what my right shoulder can do. See that's the one that feels like crap. Feel the burn. I'm like Danny, my right arm is more dominant, so But I got to 10, definitely feeling it, probably couldn't have put more than that. And that's just one of the activities for the shoulders. There's some other modifications, so check for some other videos and we'll show you some other ways you can actually work the shoulders. But I think right now we're kind of beat, and the whole point isn't to spend hours and hours at the gym. It's to do it in 10 to 15 minutes. And if you actually compile the time that we were actually working out, you know, maybe we're at about that time because, again, both of us were taking turns, we're switching equipment, you know, fixing the bands, we were adding, you know, and switching plates out and talking to you guys. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and we'll talk to you later.